So I decided recently that I was going to upload a few tutorial videos. Now these won't be tutorial videos in the standard sense where I'm going to be teaching you a trick, but rather these are videos for magicians, ways to think about magic and to improve your magic and little things like that, little things that I think will help us. The first thing I wanted to talk about was the Elmsley count. So most of us probably know the Elmsley count, and most people use it at some point in some trick or another. The issue is, I think a lot of people, a large majority of people, use it badly. Or well, not use it badly, but do it badly. And I think the issue with this is just thinking about your magic as you want every move you do to look like you're not doing a move. I mean, that's a standard way of thinking. But so like we want our pass to look like we're not doing anything, we were just holding the deck. We want our double lift to look like our single lift. But I think we also have to think of this vice versa. We have to also think that we want our single lifts to look like our double lifts. Right? Because there's no way I'm going to get my double lift to look so perfect that it looks exactly like a single. So in some ways, I have to make up for the slight discrepancies in my double lift and do the exact same things with my single lift. Do you see what I'm getting at this? And I think this applies to the Elmsley count in the way that when I often see people do it, it looks like this. Right? And there's two issues that I have with that. First is the kick. First is that. That's not cool, because nobody ever does that. Actually, I have three problems with this, sorry. That's not cool, because that's a weird way to count the card. Second is this, right here. Right? When you're doing the second portion of the move. And the third is that when you count cards into your hand, from your right hand into your left hand, when do they ever start here? Why don't they start in your right hand and you count them? You count them over, right? One at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4. So when we do our Elmsley count, first of all, remember what you're doing when you're doing the move. I think that because this move is so prevalent in magic, that we forget what we're supposedly doing when we're doing these types of moves. What we're supposed to be looking like we're doing to the audience. And that's just counting cards off. That's what we're supposed to be doing. And so we have to make our move look like that's what we're doing. And so, because most of the move gets done with the right hand, we can just count it off fairly into our left, and it looks so much nicer. And I mean, that was really bad. I apologize, but just see how much nicer the move looks by flowing and opening up my left hand after I count every card. Now these cards are sticking a little bit, so I'm getting 2 off as 1. But look how fair that looks. Look how nice that looks when I'm just counting over. And I mean, it's the exact same move. It just gives it much more open and nice feel than this. Not to mention, it's all about that first card. It's all about this. How nice and easy that is. Also, I also want you guys to practice lining up your second part of the move. I don't want to be explicit about this as much as possible. And so, just work on that, and look how nice that looks. And so if I'm using it in the Elmsley count context, I can get away with so much, because it looks so much nicer than doing it like that. Sorry, I'm doing it really badly like that. But see how rushed that sort of feels and how not nice? And anyways, I just want you guys to think about your magic, and think about making, if you can't make up that move, if you can't get the technique down properly, then when you are really counting 4 cards, start counting them like this. Start doing it that way, and make up for the technique in that method. So we have to sort of merge our techniques. We have to take our natural aspect and bring it towards our move aspect. We have to take our moves and bring it towards natural, so we find a nice middle ground. And that's all I've really got to say for this first tutorial video. I hope you guys took something from that and enjoyed it. Thanks. Cheers.